Hello, hello, hello.
Dibs boys.
Welcome to episode number 2 of the Dibs boys.
We're back and we're missing someone.
For some reason, we have no idea why.
Matthew just isn't here.
He's just not in the studio. It's just me and Finn. He's not here.
He's just completely failed to show up.
Yeah, so we're kind of struggling here because Matthew is a big talker, you know. He is a very chatty person. And
He keeps it going, you know. He keeps the flow going.
Exactly. So just for a bit of heads up, we are going to immensely struggle here today. So hopefully, if we don't get any callers today, we're going to be in big trouble because we won't be able to waffle for as long as Matthew is. You know, he's a serial waffler.
He's a serial waffler. I would agree. I was just going to say that exact term. Yeah. So I suppose we do our classic Dibs boys maneuver and just wait around for calls.
That is what we do, and we just talk about nothing really.
Talk about nothing.
Yeah, keep the people entertained.
Keep the lights on. You know.
Keep the lights on. Yeah. So, how are you, Finn? Are you doing good?
I'm doing well.
Any news?
You know, not much to report.
Did you get your assignment done?
Ring.
Beep.
Sounds like the phone's ringing. I don't know.
Beep.
Okay,
beep.
let's just answer this.
Okay, phone's ringing.
Well, lads, how are things? It's me, Matthew here. I just wanted to call in and send my apologies for not being in the studio today. I know it's a wee bit late. I probably should have told you in advance. But yeah, just wanted to call in. Wish you all the best in today's show without me. Yeah, that's it. And also, I need some help. I need some help. You see, that's a bit embarrassing. I'm currently trapped in a cubicle on a plane. Yeah. Laugh it off. But I'm trapped in here. The lock is jammed. It's not budging. Like I can't get it. And I've been trapped in here for an unreasonable length of time, like suspiciously long. It's been 53.5 minutes. It's getting ridiculous. People are getting impatient. They keep coming up and banging on the door. Oh, yeah, right on cue.
How much longer will you be? Hurry up.
Yeah, I'm stuck. What do you want me to do? I'm stuck.
Wait till I get my hands on you, mister.
God, people nowadays. But I'm trapped in here, and I was wondering if you could help me out, give me a bit of advice, whatever, because it really can't get any worse.
Hello, Morgan Freeman here. Dear Captain, we regret to inform you that I cannot fly a plane. Please put on your seat belts. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
Oh, you've got the plane is crashing. Lads, please help me out, please.
That's a conundrum.
That is a situation.
Okay.
Okay, where do we even start?
This is we've got a series of issues here.
Okay. Right, well, let's set the scene anyway.
So he's in a plane.
He's locked in the
locked in the cubicle. Okay, that's the first problem. It's by no means the biggest problem here.
No, but I think he needs to resolve this problem before the plane crashing problem. He needs to get out of there first.
I suppose he can't do anything if he's trapped in the cubicle.
Yeah.
This makes sense. This concurs. So how do we get out of the cubicle?
Okay, well...
Kick.
Okay, well,
Kick it?
I would say just, look, the lock clearly isn't working, so I would just ignore the lock. Surely... Okay, maybe don't ignore it now. Maybe just break the lock.
Yeah.
Or find a way to break that
The lock is the thing stopping it, so he can't really ignore it fully.
Okay, yeah. That was a bad... Okay, never mind.
Oh, we've got a knock on our door.
That's very odd.
Now,
what the hell?
Look who's come crawling in.
Why are you here?
What's the big idea, pal? For those not in the studio, Matthew has walked in.
Hello. It is me, Matthew 2.0. Matthew's clone that is dispatched whenever other Matthew is in a tough situation. He knew the both of you are completely and utterly incompetent and might need some guidance. Also, he sends his love, XOXO.
It's funny because I don't disagree. Like,
I'm not completely against this.
not completely against.
Okay,
this,
so who are you then?
Who am I? Well, I was birthed into the world about 2 minutes ago, when this call was first made.
Birthed from where?
Hello, birthed from. Never mind. Okay, I've birthed. Oh, that's falling. Birthed from this cryo tube. Apparently, it was like, and then I fell out on the ground.
I mean, that was quick.
It was pretty quick.
What? So did you like skydive down here, or just like free fall, like land on your feet, Terminator?
No, just hopped in the teleporter.
Okay. Oh, fair.
Connects up right outside. Actually, it's dead handy.
So we'll
just fair.
So what? Sorry, what?
We'll fill you in.
Why,
we'll
why have I
in.
been called?
Matthew 1 has been locked in a cubicle on a plane, which is problem 1.
Okay. Oh, problem 1. Okay.
Yes, sir. He is that guy.
How could this get any worse?
That's what he said, actually.
That's funny.
But so the second issue.
I actually think there's 4 issues here.
Oh,
but
okay.
To me, there's 4 issues. Like the other issue that Finn was going to bring up was that the plane is crashing.
Oh,
but to me, there's 2 equally important, issues here.
Okay.
There's a man knocking on the cubicle.
Oh dear.
And you know what that means? He is desperate to go to the
He's
bathroom.
not very happy.
Like, I mean, look, it's bad if it's a number 1, but if it's a number 2, Jesus Christ.
Jesus,
like,
not to mention number 3. Not to mention a number 3.
Oh, God. Like, the 3 is bad. And so that's another problem. And also, the next problem is that Morgan Freeman is on the plane.
Sorry?
Morgan Freeman.
Oh, yes, of course.
He's on the plane.
Famous pilot, Morgan Freeman.
That's part of the issue, is that he isn't a pilot.
Listen, if Matthew dies, it's bad. Because then we lose a member of the Dibs boys, but it's grand. We can just replace him.
Well, I mean, I'm here. Yeah,
we don't. Well, no. Let's not get our wires crossed here.
Prove myself.
Yes.
Okay.
We've had a Matthew.
Okay.
He was a pretty good Matthew. You haven't proven yourself yet.
I haven't proven myself.
So you need to help us solve this Dibs boys conundrum.
Cooler Matthew.
Well, we have no proof of this.
I'd wear sunglasses.
We have no. He wears sunglasses anyway.
Oh, rats! I'd wear 2 sunglasses. Sorry, we're getting off track. Apologies.
Yes,
apologies. Okay.
We need to see if Matthew. Matthew's the first.
Sure, why not? We'll go with that. We'll roll with that.
Okay. Number 1 question. So the first question is, how do we break the lock?
How do we
just get out of the room?
Okay, so at this point in time, I'd imagine if anyone was in this given set of situation, you're locked in the cubicle. There is only so much you're willing to do when you're locked in the cubicle. Eventually, you're going to help. Someone's going to help come get me out, right?
Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
So you're confined by social norms, what's right and wrong, for example. But when the plane's crashing, all that goes out the window. So you are very much in the right to smash that lock down. Because beforehand, no rational individual is going to start immediately kicking the door down. I don't think.
Sure.
What do I know? I've just been born or whatever.
I think the Matthew the First, his initial
I think
desperation.
I think he would sit there.
I concur, but also it feels like he's been in there because he had to call us, which is a terrible sign.
See.
I feel like he's been there long enough that he's going to he's going to he's going to use desperate means or measures.
Are we
53
in terms
minutes.
of desperation? In terms of desperation, what's the level? So kicking the lock down, kicking the door down, or calling Dibs boys? Which comes first, do you think?
I think, Matthew is not an especially strong individual.
No.
Is what I'm thinking.
Or intelligent.
Or
let's say this is or cool. Okay. Well, let's just say this is in a general
Or
sense.
stylish.
Okay, well, he's getting there.
Or brave.
Or handsome.
Okay, well... I'm based off this fella, guys. well, you can take up your grievances with him later. I don't think this is very fair. Attacking me.
Yeah, no, we're trying to help him.
I could be a completely different person.
We were just talking about him in the third person.
No, that's fine. I
looks like he's not here anyway.
No, he's not here.
He's not here anyway.
Okay.
Hate that guy.
I'm going to kill you all. But okay, so that I suppose that's a question. In terms of desperation, what does one do? Do they bust down the door first, or do they call the Dibs boys? Because I think we are the last line.
I feel like we're the last means.
Yeah. So I think we should accept the fact that this door is not going to budge. It may as well be welded shut. Perhaps it is.
Welded shut.
It is.
Oh, are we entertaining the notion of sabotage?
Well, why would a public bathroom be sabotaged like
Unless
someone could be out to get the Dibs boys.
That's true.
Or
that's good.
One of the Dibs boys could be out to get one of the Dibs boys.
Oh.
I'm looking at Luke.
I'm looking at Finn.
Why?
I would never.
I would never. Or maybe it was me, because I wanted to be the real Matthew.
That is actually the best.
Anyway,
the best motive that we've heard.
Let's say this door is welded shut and you cannot get out
by
any
Avengers clones.
Yeah, but no. Well, whatever. I'll come back to that. Let's talk after the show.
I'm going to bring armed guards with me if we are talking after the show.
Hey, Luke.
Hi.
Okay, so doors welded shut. Have any of you actually ever seen the movie?
Airplane.
Catch Me If You Can.
Oh,
yes, I have.
Catch
well,
Me If
no,
You
actually,
Can.
I've seen enough clips to have essentially seen it.
Oh, you're one of those people.
I am.
Rats.
I don't watch bad movies.
It's actually okay. Well, this is essential.
It's based on a true story.
It's based on a true
story.
Well,
semi-true.
Semi-true.
At
this part in the story that I'm going to explain to you next, I'm not sure how true it is, but essentially, our character
Leonardo DiCaprio
has been captured by Tom Hanks, and we've been pointed at. I'll keep on going. So, character Leonardo DiCaprio has been captured by Tom Hanks of all people, and he is, he's on this plane. He's been arrested. He's been taken away. So, what he's decided to do is he's gone to the toilet in this kind of cubicle or whatever like that. And Tom Hanks is like, all right, you can take a piss, let's go around, whatever. I'm going to treat you like a human. And our boy Leo decides to escape from the plane, from inside the cubicle, by taking away a few of the panels and crawling into the interior of the plane, its working mechanics, and he gets out via the wheel as the plane is coming to land. Now, I don't think this is terribly realistic.
Okay.
It is quite a bizarre scene.
So I missed the start of this.
He missed the start. Essentially, Leonardo DiCaprio is escaping Tom Hanks in this movie, Catch Me If You Can, and he escapes through the cubicle on the plane. He unscrews a few bolts or whatever like that that's holding this panel in place, and he crawls like a little gremlin, like a little rat, into the interior of this plane, the working mechanics, and he escapes through the landing wheel.
So
we have a factual, a very true, very realistic scenario where someone has escaped through a cubicle.
Okay. Well, another thing is, would Matthew be the type of person to carry a screwdriver? Or just a wrench? Anything useful in this situation?
You know?
We've gone over this. He is not a strong individual.
No.
He would not be able to kick that panel down.
Not at all.
No.
Okay.
Or cool.
Or cool. Well, thank you.
Or handsome.
Okay. Well, I feel like we're going in circles again.
Yeah, no, we're stretching the content.
No, we'd never do that.
We never do that.
It's only quality content here, folks.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying that's just completely off.
Well, if we don't have a screwdriver, also we need to sit with the fact in Catch Me If You Can.
Yes.
Is the plane about to land?
The plane is about to land, so your timing would have to be.
In this scenario, the plane is crashing, and chances are it's over the ocean if it's crashing.
Okay, so that is kind of true. We could have a. I'm trying to think about the plane movies. Snakes on a Plane. Nope, not that one.
Haven't seen it.
I've ever seen the movie Mega Shark versus Giant Octopus. Have you ever?
I must have missed that one when it hit the big screen.
Yeah,
in terms of like airplane movies, I really.
There's a scene. No, but there's a scene in that movie where there's an airplane.
Yeah.
Right. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No. What? Why would we know?
Okay. No, I'm going to explain it because there's a scene in that movie where there's an airplane, right? And
yes.
The airplane is flying through the sky, and there's this guy, and it's very rainy, big thunderstorms going on, and he starts to get very stressed. This guy, and the waiter comes over to him. He's like, "Just relax. It's okay. And he says, "No, I have a wedding in 3 days." So, he's very stressed about the whole situation, and then looks out the window, and this huge shark just comes flying out of the sky and just bites the plane and drags it down. Honestly,
I'm not sure where you're coming from with solutions.
I think Luke's point is.
Oh no, it's not a solution at all.
No,
it's just.
I was trying to make a link there, but no, you just decided to tell us.
No, there's no link whatsoever. We were just talking about plane movies.
So,
Mega Shark versus Octopus.
I swear to God, I swear to God, if anybody's watching, you need to Google that movie and that scene.
On a plane? Has a shark ever attacked your plane? No? Okay. That's it.
We don't. Well, this is not a Dibs Boys problem.
This isn't a Dibs Boys problem. This is a bad film problem.
We're brushing past Matthew being stuck in a cubicle.
I will check that out. I think this takes.
No, genuinely, I swear to God, it's real.
Movie. I think we might have a little discussion about bad movies some other time.
That could be episode 3.
But episode 3.
If we get to episode 3.
Ambitious there. I think we'll get to a third.
That's. I mean, on the record, we only have this first episode.
That is. We probably should we address that issue? I feel like there's more pressing.
We had an episode last week. We weren't able to record it. We're recording this episode on.
So this is the inaugural first episode. The first episode, only our premium members, only the OGs.
One of the reasons why we didn't record that first episode was because when the people rang in, we actually had no survivors.
Oh, that could have also been a reason.
We didn't have to bring that one up.
Well, that's just
no. But I think honesty is is the best policy.
I think we saved one of them, right?
Sure.
I think.
I mean, we never heard back, but sure.
Yeah.
You're not going to call back. You're not going to call back to the ambulance and be like, "Hey, there's my bad. Thanks."
Yeah, the guy stuck in the tree didn't make it, but I think that the guy stuck in the car that went.
And plus, we helped the people beside the guy stuck in the tree.
We did.
So I mean,
his loser friends who didn't save him.
So again, stuck in a plane.
Stuck in the plane, stuck in the cubicle.
We're still stuck in the cubicle.
Lads, we have not made it very
far. This is step one.
We have not made it very far.
Look, have we accepted that you cannot escape from this cubicle?
No.
No.
You did actually mention a good point before we started talking about mega shark versus octopus, and that was that we could very well be over the sea.
The sea.
Yeah.
Which is not good.
So let's think, okay, so
it's better than land,
you're either
I think,
over
though,
this...
no?
Oh,
you don't think?
Actually, it's safer to land in trees than to land in water.
That's a good point. But if it's just like, flat, like Minecraft world, just like a flat surface.
My issue with that is that it's not Minecraft.
Okay, well, just a flat surface. The Netherlands.
Okay, well, let's say...
The Netherlands. What if you crashed it?
Who needs them? The
issue is that I don't think that we're flying over the Netherlands.
I don't think we are.
That's another thing. Where is the flying?
Don't know.
Why didn't he tell us that?
I don't know. I don't think he told us that. But we have two things that you said. So we have land or we have the sea. And I think a few different categories there. We have land, we have a populated area, we have a forested area, or maybe we have a mountain range, for example.
Sure.
And then we have the sea as well. That's everything here, I think. I think we'll stick to that. And I do think planes, the survival rate of planes are quite high in terms of crashes. There's a lot of extra safety features now. They got all oxygen masks, they got life jackets, they got those funny little slides.
Do they have them in the cubicles?
And there's our issue. They don't have them in the cubicles. So I don't think your survival chances, unless at the very last second when the plane's about to hit the ground, what
if you jump?
You jump. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
because that works all the time. That's
all the time.
True.
So let's say that this does work.
Yeah.
That when the plane is crashing down, you jump as it
last
hits.
Seconds. Yeah.
And then you're okay. How do we get out of the cubicle?
I think at that point,
I would assume that the damage would have kind of destroyed half the plane.
That is true. Point. The damage would actually rip off the door.
Well, we don't. That's very wishful thinking, though. Is my thinking.
Listen, we are 30% useful information, 70% wishful thinking.
I'd say it's a bit less than that.
Bit less. 20%. So, are we talking 90% wishful thinking?
I'm thinking 100%
solving. Thinking. Oh, 100% solving. Of course. Sorry.
Solving what?
Yeah.
Solving what?
And if you want to have any hope of retaining your status as the current Matthew, then I would keep.
Is this so? If I don't save Matthew, then That's a bit of a paradox.
Yeah, this is a test.
It's a test?
It's a test.
Oh, it's all a test. Oh, okay, so no one's actually in danger. Thank you for establishing that.
Well, no.
Oh.
He's in danger.
Oh, right.
It's just a test. It's just a test of your metal.
Oh, fiddlesticks. Okay, so still trapped in the cubicle.
Oh, fiddlesticks.
Oh, could one escape through the toilet?
Why didn't we think of this before?
We didn't.
You know, I did actually think of it, but I was too...
You know, you do a little...
I wasn't ambitious
enough diving
to
thing, you... Boing, boing...
Okay, what's the boings?
Boing, like a little diving board you're springing up.
Oh, where'd the diving board come from?
Like you're springing up on a diving board. You imagine the floor is the diving board, essentially, and that gives you the extra bit of spring. That'll be able to launch you over in an arc. You aim down into the toilet.
Okay.
Oh, and because it's obviously it's a tight enough squeeze, bathrooms have soap. So if you lather yourself in soap, it will allow you to slip into the toilet more easily, I do think.
Where does this get you, though? You go from being trapped in a cubicle.
You swim through the drains. I'm not actually familiar with the
plane system.
Where it goes.
Yeah.
I don't think they just shoot it out of the plane.
I think they do. You see those chemtrails and such? I'm just saying. Anyway. So you don't think they shoot it out of the plane. So they probably have a storage tank somewhere on the plane. Would that be easier to break out of?
I wouldn't have thought so. It's probably easier to break out of a bathroom stall than like a septic tank.
Okay, so toilets off the charts. This door isn't opening. What about the vents? Could one...
I think a vent is an okay... It's possible.
The vent is, I think, our best shot, right? If the door isn't working, door can't be kicked down. Matthew is exceptionally weak. Bathroom, if you try and flush yourself down the toilet, I feel like you're just going to get even more stuck in cramp.
Even though Matthew's the right size to fit down it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's about
5'4".
Oh, last I'd say about maybe I'm thinking 2.
If you've ever seen the movie Night at the Museum, he's basically Owen Wilson.
Like the tiny miniature kind of things.
The little
put them in your pocket,
cowboy.
you know. Like a little cowboy. I quite like that. Thank you. So toilet's not the option. Door isn't budging. Vents the way to go.
Vents.
Okay. So let's say we're crawling through the vents now. Mission Impossible style music playing.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough. We don't want to get.
Oh,
we don't want to get demonetized for copyright strikes. Copyright strikes.
Who's paying us?
You know his
you're getting paid?
You're getting paid?
Yo.
This
just crap, I was meant to say that out loud.
Luke the Nuke Nolan is getting paid, and we're not.
Yes, I know he calls him the nuke now because he's nuking all our profits.
No, I was a bit sneaky with dividing the money. But anyway, that's never mind, lads. We'll get off that topic.
Okay, we'll come back to
We can talk about that at the end.
Well, we're going to put a pin on
after we're off air.
Yeah.
I'm going to scribble that down in my little notebook.
Yeah. Keeping that in my mind for later.
We got our eye on you, Luke.
Anyway, vents.
Vents, yeah.
Oh,
no.
Okay, so...
don't say it. Don't say it.
Like in Deus Ex, Human Revolution for the Xbox 360.
I was going to say Bolt.
I was going to say Among Us.
I knew you were going to say Among
Us. Oh,
yeah.
That's a much better one.
Wait, Bolt?
Is there a scene where he's at an event in that movie?
There is. I think I know where he's escaping the burning building.
I think there is,
Bolt. That took me so long. The dog?
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool.
I've seen that movie. Or he thinks he's in a film, but he's not. And then he kind of is.
Spoilers.
I mean, whoa, you spoiled me.
Oh, no, he thinks it's real life, but he is in the movie.
It is real life. Don't worry. No spoilers, guys.
Yeah. No spoilers. He's a real dog as well.
Yeah.
He's a real
dog.
He's alive.
I feel like we keep
talking about movies, don't we?
We keep falling away from the Matthew conundrum.
We do. Okay, so he's in the vents now. Obviously the ceiling. So I'm guessing the vents are right above. So in each passenger's kind of chair, there's a little kind of knob that you can turn, let some air out and stuff. So you'll eventually end up above someone, I'm guessing. I'm doing a crawling motion right now as if I was clawing my way through the vents.
Yeah.
I have a suggestion here.
Yes.
We suggested before that the reason the plane crashing might be because, the plane is taken over. Someone has, I can't think of that word.
Ransacked?
Ransacked the plane, and it's all
Hijacked?
taken over. Hijacked. Someone has hijacked the plane.
That makes more sense.
Yeah. So okay. Anyway,
planes.
look, let me go back to my point. But maybe someone has hijacked the plane, right? So would the best bet be for the vents? Because I'm assuming you can get into like the main part of the plane with all the seats and people and everything. But I wonder if there's a way to get into the cockpit.
Okay, because that is another issue that we're having. Our pilot cannot fly a plane.
Yeah.
No. So we need to reach. I think our end goal is to reach the pilot.
Yeah.
I think so.
To help get that plane.
If this was a game, if this was a level,
pilots, do they have an eject button?
Do they have an eject button?
Well, we'd still need a pilot.
We'd still need a pilot.
But to save yourself.
Okay, well, let's say everyone else is on the plane. Obviously. Okay, I think. Listen, lads, we could play this strategically. If we save, planes have a lot of people on them. So if we manage to save this plane, that's our quota done for the next 2 years, I'd say. sitting up straight in his seat.
I'm thinking
Luke is looking intently at me.
It's a big
Math
deal.
2 has got a point.
You know what I'm saying? If we save this plane, then all our other I don't want to say failings. All our other
half successes, almost very close to wins.
Scrubbed.
Off the record.
This is the clean slate, gentlemen. It's bad that we already need a clean slate and are technically our first episode. But listen,
that is not a bad shout,
It's a
Matt
good
2.
start. It's a good start. When you're starting a company, you want to start with money. We want to start by saving people's lives because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about.
That's what the Dibs boys are all about.
We're about saving people's
money.
lives.
Oh no, saving people.
Saving people. So we're gonna save this plane. We're gonna save everyone, every last soul on this plane, every last man, woman, child, anyone, baby, dog, lizard, perhaps snake.
Snake, yeah.
Snakes in the plane, shark, octopus, everything. Everyone's getting saved in this scenario. That is my mission. That's my promise. It's I guarantee.
Okay. So
well,
I
disagree.
Waffling.
We have
Math 2 is a lot like Math 1.
Well, listen. What do you expect? I'm derived from the same DNA and such, or whatever. I don't know how cloning works. But
so Matthew 1 is he out of the cubicle now?
Yeah,
he's in the vents.
Okay.
So I mean, the vents are small enough, but I did previously establish that you could lather yourself in soap to make that kind of getting through them a lot easier because you're slippery.
Swim through the vents.
Well, I feel like
ideal,
it's a lot less necessary in vents, like the lathering yourself in soap.
It does help, though.
It does help.
You know, you can't argue with that. It does help.
So
I suppose, where does this vents lead? It's going to get small at some point, right?
It's going to get small at some point.
Can the ceiling kind of area in the plane support the weight?
Here's what I'm thinking.
So put the weight maybe in a different area.
I'm thinking that Matthew, if he goes, like, the planes are designed to be very, like, light by nature.
Yes.
So that they can, fly and stuff. Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking, if that vent goes above the ceilings, he goes to the ceiling above where the aisle would be, and he just crashes through.
Yeah, crashes.
Because
let's be honest, I don't think you'd be able to get from the cubicle to the cockpit of the plane merely by crawling through the vents alone. You're going to fall somewhere.
Yeah, exactly.
So the ceiling, it crashes down. You've fallen, thump, on an aisle. You probably knock someone. You've probably fallen on someone at this point.
Some poor soul.
They've saved up all their hard money. They were going to go on this lovely, lovely holiday. This is worst case scenario. And now they have Matthew on top of them, of all people, fallen. That's not too good.
Never a good scenario.
And I mean, I'm guessing there's going to be pandemonium on the plane. Okay? Pandemonium. I think there is. People are going to be screaming like, the plane's crashing. What are we going to do? And they're like, the pilot, he's going to help us. No, the pilot's not going to help us. He's Morgan Freeman of all people.
I'm just curious as to how Morgan Freeman got this far.
Well, Morgan Freeman is literally God.
I mean, he's an actor, in fairness to him.
Yeah, but he's also God.
I think he acted his way into this scenario.
Okay, sure, but did he act getting that far? Because in this scenario, Matthew has locked himself into the cubicle, gotten stuck there for long enough to have to call the Dibs boys.
That's true.
How has Morgan Freeman made it this far?
Oh my God. We were talking about sabotage, were we not? Do you think Morgan Freeman is trying to sabotage the Dibs boys?
Oh.
He could be.
He could be. I think Morgan Freeman he's hijacked the plane at this point.
Okay.
Like Morgan Freeman in his
movies.
Coming. He's generally a good dude, but maybe, it's all a ploy,
It could be. You know what I mean? Again, he's an actor. We don't know who Morgan Freeman is. I mean, that man is old, but he doesn't look that old. I think he might be this
It could just be AI.
He could even be AI, His voice did sound a little janky over the call. But I think Morgan Freeman's after us. So I think the problem with this solution. Morgan Freeman has trapped Matthew in this cubicle, and he's crashing this plane. He's willing to take everyone down to get to us.
I would like to raise the point that our number one prior suspect is now shifting our focus from him to Morgan Freeman.
Okay, well, let's explore, going off the information that we have. If you want to come back to this later, we can. But Morgan Freeman, I'm pointing fingers, left, right, and center. Morgan Freeman. Quite love the guy, actually. He's a really nice guy, I assume.
Did you know him?
No, never.
Not personally.
No, not personally, I had a dream about him once, and he was like, hey, Matthew, I'm your father. And I was like, damn, that's crazy.
He helped me break out of prison in 1957.
Same.
You were there too?
I was there too.
Wow.
But anyway, so, okay. Morgan Freeman, or maybe a clone of Morgan Freeman, if you want to know the clone route. I mean, it's a little bit bigotry of you, Finn, but whatever. So, like, let's say the clone of Morgan Freeman, some Morgan Freeman, maybe even a Morgan Freeman impersonator.
Morgan Freeman bot.
Morbius. Morbius Freeman. So Morbius Freeman.
It's Morgan time.
Anyway, it's Morgan time. So Morgan Freeman piloting the plane. We are in the vents. We've
crashed through into the aisle.
We've crashed through the aisle. So people are panicking because I think my point was that people are like, well, the pilot can't save us. He's Morgan Freeman. He can't fly a plane. The flight attendants, who usually would keep things under control, they're freaking out. They're like, I don't remember Morgan Freeman being pilot. Can we get an autograph? I mean, that's what I'd be saying if I was a flight attendant. But so everyone's kind of freaking out at this point. And to add to things, someone has fallen through the ceiling.
Yeah.
So I think so we've escaped the cubicle, but now our issue is that there's panic. There's panic going on.
Pandemonium.
And to add things on, there was an angry gentleman, I believe, banging on the door.
Oh, yes. Yeah, we forgot about him.
He is desperate.
He's desperate. The cubicle's still locked. He can't get in. But now he sees us.
Oh.
I'm putting us in the perspective.
Oh, so he's panicking even more.
You're
he's like,
he's angry.
You.
Yeah, he's wanting to start a scrap.
You.
He's wanting to scrap.
He's wanting to scrap now.
Okay.
So he's pushing people out of the way.
Matthew's not a fighter. He's not exceptionally
not
strong
at all.
or cool
he's
or handsome.
Little spindly. Not even spindly.
Like a little hornswoggle, you know?
I'm going to have to Google. What is a hornswoggle? What is a hornswoggle?
Hornswoggle is being Googled currently.
You don't know what hornswoggle is?
I don't think I do.
I think you just made up a word.
I think you might have.
Oh, Google hornswoggle, Finn.
Hornswoggle. He's a professional wrestler.
What does he look like?
Go with the images.
I thought it was a fitting name.
All right.
But, okay, so... So there's the angry gentleman that was looking to get into the cubicle, still cannot get into the cubicle, and now sees...
Matthew.
My
thinking is that this man is likely in a weakened state. Because, he's been having to go for a while.
Yeah.
So Matthew is not exceptionally strong or smart or handsome, but if he...
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, Matthew's the worst, guys. I get it.
I just got to get that point across that he's not very...
hammer it in. Yeah, you need to hammer it in. I understand that.
Yeah,
I understand that.
He's just kind of, not great.
They are.
But, yeah, so we need to take advantage of this weakened state, or at least Matthew does. Mm. He's not exceptionally strong or smart or handsome, but if he utilizes his few wits that he has and tries to exploit that, then he might actually.
I think honestly, lads, I think the nut shot is just the way to go.
It is
the way to go.
That's Luke. You can't.
He has to. How else is he going to do it?
Everyone took a pact. You took the pact, didn't you? Don't do the nut shot. You don't do that. That's the lowest. That's below the belt, if you will.
No, but this is life or death. We're on a plane about to crash, and this guy wants to start a fight for no reason.
That's kind of
sacrilegious. Another man in the nuts.
He deserves the nut shot.
Does he? Oh, but then okay. So.
He does. Like, what do you expect Matthew to do? Like, he knows your man is desperate to go, and do you think he's just going to sit there and let your man beat him up? No, he's going to do the nut shot.
I need to compose myself.
I don't know what you're laughing about.
No, this is very
it's life or death.
It's life or death. Punch him out of the nuts or die. There are your options.
Yeah. I think he should do that, personally.
Okay, so let's say he's done this. Matthew has now dealt with two of the conundrums. We now have to figure out the whole plane crashing, Morgan Freeman not being able to fly pilot scenario.
Right.
With 15 minutes to spare.
With 15 minutes to spare, that's a tight one. That's a tricky situation. So, okay. So we've bested this fella that was trying to beat us up and kill us. Where do I get my hands on you? He says.
If we're assuming Morgan is acting in good faith, Is there a Pilots for Dummies book lying around?
That is so true. Okay, people bring books with them to read on the plane. So you could scour and hopefully find something.
Yeah.
Obviously, your phone is in airplane mode right now. You can. I hope so, guys. I hope your phone's in airplane mode.
Maybe that's the reason it's
Maybe
crashing.
that's the reason this is crashing. Well,
Matthew,
we'll come back.
You better have it in airplane mode.
You better have it on your airplane mode, Matthew. But
Math 2 thought of it. You should have.
Dumb. So you're not going to be able to look something up unless someone preloaded Flying for Dummies.
We've got a suggestion from
a
viewer.
suggestion.
Indiana Jones in the Temple of Doom. They jumped up out the plane on inflatable boat. Possible way to land safely.
That is true.
Do we have an inflatable boat on hand?
Excellent idea. Do we have an inflatable boat on hand? I know we have the inflatable slides. Most kind of like planes have that.
Most planes do have that.
But
in. If it's crashing, then it probably won't have time to put out the inflatable slide. I think the inflatable boat is the way to go if we have that.
One could fold themselves inside a suitcase. You know, Indiana Jones also put himself in a fridge, for God's sake, to survive a nuclear blast. You know what I mean?
Was that a thing?
That was a thing.
I haven't seen any of the Indiana Jones movies.
Pretty high tech Indiana Jones.
High tech, you know, he was the real thinker. If Indiana Jones is in the situation, he'd have it sorted toot sweet, or whatever. But he'd have this sorted out. But that's an excellent suggestion. I think.
If there's an inflatable boat present, Matthew, get up on that.
Get up on that. Abandon everyone else.
Yeah.
I think that is the way to go if you want to save yourself.
If you want to save yourself, put yourself first.
So now you're in this crossroads situation. Get on the inflatable boat. Clearly survive because, you know, Indiana Jones has done it.
Yeah.
Or you try and sort this issue out now. Right here and now. Don't let it fester.
So we've got a couple possible paths to take.
We do.
We've got the possible inflatable boat, if it is present. We've got the possible pilot for dummies, if it is present.
And our third. So pilot for... Okay.
Well, I think with the pilot for dummies thing, I don't think that's going to be in the cockpit anywhere.
No.
I don't think that's going to be there.
Surely if that were to be anywhere,
it would be in the cockpit. I mean, I'd like... Okay.
So but I don't think it would be.
Morgan Freeman has beautifully finessed his way onto flying this plane for an amount of time.
Sure.
Assumedly, you know what I mean? Probably got to a point and was like, hey, co-pilot, could you hit that lever there that does the thing? And Morgan Freeman was like, I'm Morgan Freeman. And I was like, oh no. And then Morgan Freeman, whoomp, knocks him out. And then Morgan Freeman's in control, his cover's blown, and he can't fly the plane.
Yeah.
So maybe there's a Pilots for Dummies lying around. But I suppose we don't exactly know Morgan Freeman's.
But I just want to suggest as well,
yes.
Like, I personally do not think there would be a pilot for dummies thing there.
You don't think
because if you're in a cockpit, you gotta know how to fly a plane. Like, there shouldn't be like a backup plan there. You should just know how to do it. So I think if you're going to find that, maybe just by the off chance, one of the passengers might have one.
One of the passengers.
So what you could
first
do,
thing, you'd be like, click your fingers, something, get someone's attention. Hey, free food. Everyone's looking like, oh, food? What's going on here? Free? And then like, does anyone have Pilots for Dummies on them?
We could have like the thing of, you know, the way people are like, is there a doctor? You could be like, is there a pilot? Maybe there's just a pilot there.
Maybe that's also true. There could be another pilot there.
Yeah.
So we're tackling every possible.
So let's say we found Filippo, the pilot.
Filippo
the pilot. He's on 16B. That's where he's sitting. We found him. Very specific.
Okay.
How would I know this?
And he's another.
How would you know this?
Who knows?
Math 2 might have a neural link.
I might too. That's another thing. I'm scanning. I'm like, beep, boop, 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 scanning out the place. So there's Filippo on 16B, and he stands up and he's like, I am the pilot. So like, Filippo, grab your Pilots for Dummies book. Come with me. We're saving this plane, bud. We're saving this plane.
Okay.
So we're pushing our way past people. Sit down. Ma'am, don't touch me. Ah!
And burst into the cockpit. Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman, what are you doing here?
This is...
That's the way he laughs, I think.
Okay.
What does he say?
1947, Andrew Dufresne escaped Shawshank Prison. I mean, it would be something he would say, though. He's only got a vocabulary of about 12 words. So.
That's so mean.
I don't think that's true. No? What if he was like, it was me the whole time, you know?
It was me the whole time.
Like, he was the one who actually... Because we have to account for every possible problem here.
We're taking a narrative. I wonder by... this is a little kind of I wonder by like opening up different possibilities, do we open up another possibility in a parallel universe by even suggesting, or mere suggestion alone? I think this is a concept that needs to be explored further. Not right now, but at a certain point in time. I'm putting this down here. Mark this occasion. But anyway, so we have to account for every possibility, is what I'm saying.
So Math 2 is thinking on multiple planes here, apparently.
Nice one.
Yeah, I know. Very good. Morgan Freeman, secretly the villain the whole time. How do we stop him?
How do we stop him?
He's like Thaddeus Gray in the hit movie Now You See Me.
Now You See Me 2 was also on a plane as well. I like we're making plane links. Did you see Now You See Me 2? You did.
I did, yeah.
You did. They were also. You should know that.
I do remember this.
You should remember this.
We keep talking about movies.
We do keep talking about movies.
Okay.
I suppose watch movies.
It is a movie scenario.
It is a movie scenario. I do.
Movies are the number one solution to knowing what to do in any given moment.
No.
Yep.
No, plane moment. Specifically planes.
Plane
or have you ever seen the movie Airplane?
Yes.
Airplane?
What if there's a blow-up pilot? What if there's a plastic pilot or something? A blow-up pilot that could fly the plane.
That is also true. But okay,
like an automated pilot.
So Filippo is either just a pilot or he's an inflatable pilot. Either way,
he can fly it.
He can fly a plane. We've located a pilot, and he has his pilot for dummies. And we've burst into the cockpit, and Morgan Freeman's there, and we're like, Morgan Freeman, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm trying to sabotage the Dibs boys.
Oh,
we've picked his motive, you know.
Okay.
Do you think Filippo and Matthew could remove Morgan from the cockpit and restrain him?
Morgan's got to have some kind of powers.
He must, because again,
how does he manage to do this?
That man is old, but like he doesn't look above 30. Like if you've ever seen that man, he has not aged whatsoever. He's incredible. He's got the physique of a Greek god.
Physique? I don't know about that.
Listen,
maybe
the strength of a Greek god.
Yeah. Mental strength of a Greek god.
Mental. Do you think his physical strength?
Well, I actually think Morgan Freeman, if he was to have a power, I would say he's got great manipulation powers. I think the fact he's managed to get himself flying this plane for no reason other than him being famous, I'd say he's got that like Jedi mind trick sort of thing going on.
Okay, that's
like that Obi-Wan Kenobi thing.
So it's a battle of the minds.
Yes,
it's a battle of the minds. So we're in sync with Morgan Freeman's mind, right? We're now in his mind palace, if you will, and we're fighting him there. So,
how have we gotten into his mind?
Listen, bud, you need to catch up.
I do.
We're in Morgan Freeman's mind now. We're in his head because Morgan Freeman has the powers to manipulate others, and we've infiltrated his mind, his power, his palace. I mean, this is Morgan Freeman's domain. Let's be honest. This is Morgan Freeman's domain. We're in his head right now.
Okay.
Because we're in his head, we can mess him up a little bit. You know what I mean? We could
do the whole Nightmare on Elm Street thing. We keep bringing up movies.
We do. We could do the whole Shark Boy and Lava Boy thing.
Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Apologies, I made a little mistake. But
can't be dissing race car like that.
Okay, I'm sorry. But remember when Max, was that his name? I think it was Max. Yes, Max was fighting in his dream world or such.
You're gonna have to specify a couple of scenarios of that. Is it the bit where he's fighting the jumper cables? Bit where he's fighting Mr. Electric?
I think the final.
A bit where he's fighting
the final battle.
Linus.
Linus? I need to rewatch this movie. I have not seen it in quite some
Minus?
time. Minus, yeah. Sorry, Minus. Yes, apologies.
Wow, you only know him by his villain name. That's always a red flag.
Yikes.
But anyway, the plane is crashing.
The plane is crashing. We're talking about movies.
I don't know, lads. How long have we been talking about this, would you say?
I would say
like 50 minutes?
Something in the ballpark of like 48 minutes and 39 seconds.
Somewhere in that rough ballpark.
Well,
I would suggest, in the time Matthew made that call and that 49 minutes, how likely is it the plane is already down? Or do you think there's still a bit of time?
There's still a bit of time.
Or do you have to act quick?
Like last second. This is it. This is the decisive moment. Morgan Freeman, we have Filippo, we have all the pieces of the puzzle there. We just need to put them together in place and save everyone.
Look, I think
okay, if someone was to do this, they're looking for attention. I think so.
Okay.
If you're going through all of this, if you're going to lock someone in a cubicle on a plane,
so you're going to
hijack
appeal to his sensitive side, or?
I think so, because I think beneath all that cold, just callous, this, that, and the others. Morgan Freeman, he wants a friend. He wants to be friends with the Dibs boys, and we actually have we've a fourth seat here.
You know what it is?
I
think I figured out the motive.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a well-known fact that Morgan Freeman is in fact God.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah,
we have called ourselves the Divine Intervention Boys.
We have.
We're stealing his job.
Oh,
we're stealing his title.
He gets to decide who lives and who dies.
Yeah, we're taking that away from him by being our divine intervention selves and helping people.
Okay.
So he wants to stop that. So the natural follow-up of that is, how do we take him out?
How do we? Oh, so we're.
How do you kill God?
How do you kill God? That's what this. I thought this was going for a possible name change.
In the last 4 minutes of the show.
I think the last 4 minutes. Break out the Ouija board. Right. We do some magic spells. We get rid of Morgan Freeman. And Satan will save everyone on the plane somehow. Because clearly Morgan Freeman, God, is evil in this scenario. Or maybe he's just jealous.
Morgan Freeman is God. He is actually God.
He is God
as well.
God killer weapons have existed for millennia.
That's true.
I own 3 of them myself.
Okay.
That's
so
impressive.
listen, first of all, Matthew, if you have any God killer weapons on you, just use that. You're done. But I'm guessing you don't, because you don't have the tracking skills or the map or any of that. Not that I would really know too much.
Okay.
But
I have airstrike in Modern Warfare, by the way. So if that helps. Never mind.
How would that help?
I guess that's a Modern Warfare reference, I guess.
Sorry, okay, I don't know.
I'm sure someone's
I'm
laughing
speaking
right
to uncultured people.
Uncultured people, apologies.
This is
okay. So now we're not appealing to Morgan Freeman's emotions. We've decided to kill the man,
So I feel like we first of all could try to appeal to his emotions, but I just don't see that working.
You don't see that working?
Because we're not going to stop. We're the Dibs boys.
We're the Dibs boys. What if we offer a partnership with Morgan Freeman?
Recruit him as a member.
I feel like God's gone solo for millennia.
That's fair. He has, Morgan Freeman's a lone wolf.
Yeah.
He's a lone wolf. So we can't appeal to his emotions. Rats. We're going to have to get blood in our hands. Is there any situation?
Not necessarily. If we can just kind of incapacitate it. So that we don't have to have
sleeper
blood in our hands. Sleeper.
Yeah, there's a sleeper hold.
Are you suggesting that we take down God with a sleeper hold?
I think Luke's onto something, right?
Well, look, he's God, but he's also an elderly man.
He is, but we haven't accounted for something.
Yeah?
We have Filippo, the pilot, beside us.
Yeah.
Filippo is jacked. This man is ripped.
So
he's a ripped jacked pilot.
And you just know this.
Yeah.
You know this.
He's got that neural
he's
link
on
with Matthew
16B, and he's jacked as all hell, and he's a pilot.
It's like the Liver King. If the Liver King was a pilot.
I'm thinking double Liver King.
Okay.
Like 2 livers.
Don't worry about this.
Don't worry about this. It's a discussion for another day, I think. Just go with it. Just think of muscles on muscles on muscles. And this is Felipe the pilot. Like, he can barely fit into the cockpit as is.
Okay,
so Felipe picks up Morgan Freeman with one hand in the face.
Oh no.
He picks him up and he brings him up to his mouth. So he's not gonna he's not gonna eat Morgan Freeman. He's gonna whisper in his ear. He was like, "Good night, Morgan," and then puts him in a sleeper hold. Choking out. Gives him a little kiss. And he's choked out Morgan Freeman now. Morgan Freeman is incapacitated. We put Morgan Freeman in the rescue position.
Recovery position.
Recovery position. There we are. That's what I'm
is.
looking for. There we are. So he doesn't, choke or anything like that. So he's safe. But
so we're going to stop him from choking by choking him.
So he's exactly. That's exactly what's happening. So Morgan Freeman in the choker hold. We've got him. He's conked out of the ground. Felipe
comes in, saves the day.
He's now steering the pilot. Brings it up.
That was a good plane sound.
Thank you. Plane is saved.
So we did it.
We did it.
We saved everyone.
Hello, Morgan Freeman here. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure to come back again. I may have been bested this time, but you haven't heard the last of me. Revenge is coming. Fear my wrath. Dib, 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 dib,